Alright, this should be interesting. And we're going to do this. No one's here yet. We're going to share to my timeline. Yo. You. Humans, come see me. Close. Anybody? Anybody? Nobody. I feel so dysfunctional at the moment, trying to hold my phone and cards and everything at the same time. There we are. I'm live, talking to myself. Haha. I forgot one more place to share. Yeah, I've got like 20 minutes. Humans! Huh. Hello! I have a human in the room. YouNow top fan. And now I don't. Sadness! Alright. Cool. What do we have here? YouNow top fan, number 7. This does not have a description. Awesome. Cool. Alright. So I'm just going to sit here and shuffle my cards until a human shows up that wants to speak. There we go. Laura R. Welcome to the room. And how are you today? The only other one in the room. Well, maybe two. Nada? Nah. What do we got going on here? I am fairly new to YouNow, so fairly new as in a couple days ago. Today is my first actual full, real attempt, other than just sitting here being stupid, to actually doing something productive on here. But yeah. Okay. The little taglines they do constantly over the pictures and things is interesting. I'm like, what is that? But yeah, what I do, gotcha. It's odd. I used to do broadcasting with a company called Orem years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. So this is different. I'm liking this. Company I was with before was rather controlling of me. This is rather nice. And doing yeah, I like this because I can do online readings and different things on here, and I can do my little freebies on here, where with Orem I couldn't, and a couple other companies I've worked for I couldn't as well. I couldn't do any introductions of who I am and what I am. It was rather strange. And then my store I work at, I have, yeah, this is great because it's a break away from my daily routine. But yes, this is my, well, that, and I also am a graphic designer, freelance artist, what have you, and designer. So, chaos is my full-time job. And I also am a Reiki Master teacher here in Washington. So, yeah. But, yeah. Oh, Laura. Any questions? Anything interesting, though?
Okay, what are you guys doing in my voice?
Oh, you're starting a, it's almost like a, I don't want to call it a shift change. It's, kind of like you got pushed into a fork in the road, but it isn't a fork, it's more too many directions in front of you, too many options, too many things, too many, you have a lot of interests. I don't want to call it interests because, they go beyond interests. For you, they go beyond hobbies. You have a lot of different things you call your passion. It's part of being an artisan. An artisan doesn't mean just physical arts. It's performing arts. It's music. It's many things. Wow, you're trying to decide your passion. Too many things in front of you. Too many things on your plate. Yeah, and you feel a bit young for that. That's an interesting phase to be in your life. Huh. Very interesting. But yeah, coming forward, you really need to focus in on what your what you want to be your passion. You have a lot of people telling you what your passion should be. A lot of people seeing the talents, seeing what you've done, where you are in life already, and you've never really had a chance or a moment to step back and breathe to really feel it out yet. That's crazy. How you're not. Most people. How old are you? Most people that are in this stage in their life would be, I would have to say, in their. This happens to artisans normally in their mid-20s. Emotionally, energetically, you very much feel early 20s. You're hedging into things that happen to people closer to the end of their 20s and mid-20s. Okay, so energetically, you are very young, but you are mid to late 20s. Awesome. That makes sense now. It is time for you to kind of... I don't want to say that. It isn't time for you to hunker down and figure out what your passion is, because that's a load of crock right there, because you're allowed to have more than one. You're allowed to wander. You're allowed to be every little cotton-picking thing you are. You don't need to sit down and choose one. You need to allow yourself to experience you. And that's hard, because you have too many people giving you their points of view on how you should live and how you should be, when in reality, how you should be is a broad spectrum, because your talents are too vast for that. I mean, I get the performing arts aspect of you, but you also have the visual arts. You also have, there's other things that are part of you. That, and it's the the understanding and knowing that you are to be a guide coming forward, but not, I don't know if you're, there's no such thing as ready to take that step to become a guide, to become a guide for others. There's no such time as the right time for that. It just is. And this is going to be honestly, you already are. And it's more of an acceptance and allowance. There's not a lot that you need to learn in aspect-wise. You don't try to pollute your mind with too many other people's dogmas. A dogma. Personal self-help books. Self-help books. There's a lot of good information in them. There's a lot of amazing books out there. But each one of those books is that person's personal truth. Part of it can be yours, but your personal truth is going to be very different. And as a venturing forward guide for others, your personal truth is what's going to help others, not what that person's book said as their personal truth. This is, wow, you really have a lot ahead of you that you are trying to figure out and decide. That's awesome. That is an awesome place to be. 27. What was one of my favorite years? That was one of my favorite years. That was, how many years ago was that now for me? 12 years ago. Wow. That was, 27 was a year I came to huge realization of who I was and what I was. Yeah. You have a lot going on. That and, wow, you're the butterfly among your friends. Butterfly among friends, you have many, you don't consider people acquaintances. You consider even acquaintances friends. Interesting. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, sorry. I haven't even pulled anything out of this. Part of what gets me clicked in my mind into the mindset is honestly part of the shuffling. The shuffling, for some reason, it brings that connectiveness into me, allowing me to kind of link in and link up. It's rather interesting. It's a fun way to do readings, in a sense. But, yeah. Yeah, even oh, yeah. Card-wise, for you is, interesting. Cards in reverse, for you, it's not a bad thing. Cards in reverse are not a bad thing. Our first card here is experiencing, okay? Experiencing deals more so with allowing. It's what we already talked about. We've already discussed this. It's really allowing yourself that moment to step back and to just accept and to bring in. When experiencing comes in reverse, it's that digging the heels in and being afraid to take that step forward. You're not ready to take the fork in the road step forward. I want you not to take a step forward, but to take a step to the side. Because I want you to take a few weeks to just really digest if you have that time. Take just a few weeks and step in and look at all the options ahead of you and be grateful for them. Allow them to just sink in, and for you, don't do lists. Lists are a terrible thing for you because a list just brings, I want to say, almost obsession or anxiety. Do little bubble charts or post-it notes around you and start putting out what all of your little passions are. And I don't want to call them little, to be honest, because some of them are huge. And start making, just put them all around you, and then start picking up and moving to what makes my heart the warmest, and kind of like a scale from warm to meh. And I don't want to say meh is a bad thing, because meh can be, this is fun, but it doesn't bring me that much joy. So I want you to just kind of separate that out and just get a good feeling for what's there and what direction we want to take. Now, when comparison comes in reverse with this and this together, politics in reverse. Politics is those people earlier I was talking about. Well, very much the everyone telling you what they think you should be doing with your life. Okay. Right now, remember they are not you, and remind them of that, and politely, and just thank you for your opinion, and thank you for your caring, and thank you for your guidance. It means a lot to me in that aspect of more of what the direction should be approached. So this is going to be an interesting step because they really don't understand how wise you are and how deep you are because of how young-hearted you are. There's a difference. Old souls do not have to be old souls. Old soul means wise. A wise person can have the energy of a dragonfly and a butterfly just the same. Your energy is very much that hyper, that strong. I don't want to say hyper. It's very much energetic. It's very bright. Keep that and understand. Yes, you are. I don't like the term old soul, but you are a wiser soul, and allow that to be. It's going to be interesting. The coming forward into this, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out for you. You have oddly big things ahead of you too that are part of all of this. Don't say no. Take those on, but understand you don't have to give everything up to take them on. Yeah, it's a scary moment, I get it, but don't say no. Take them on. You can handle more than you realize you can. It's I almost want to say it's part of being a squirrel. You can handle a lot because you're moving in a lot of different directions at one time. Good luck on this, because you're really not going to need the luck, to be honest, because it's kind of awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you. Thank you very much for allowing me to see that. Thank you. Yeah, I only have a few more minutes before I have to head out and deal with not deal with humans. I'm very close to my family, and every Sunday we get together. Every Sunday. And there's a lot of us. I have a huge family. I think today there's only going to be like 15 or 16 people there. And well, there's only 5 of us kids, so it's all the grandkids and everything else. Alright. Oh, and Killian is back. Welcome back again. And then we have Isabel. Nice. 1997, the year I was born. Oh, not a problem, Laura. Thank you. It was a pleasure. It was a joy. And I do what I do because I love what I do. It's always an honor to be able to see into a person. Very much an honor. Yeah. Yeah. And sorry, everyone, I'm only going to be here for a few minutes. Killian, before you left earlier, you really do have a transitional moment ahead of you. I didn't realize you had left. But it's very much, a moment of there's a lot happening around you. There's very much a lot going on around you. But you've reached a point where no longer, it's not being able to do everything on your own. It's actually allowing the people that have been trying to push themselves on you to help to actually step back and delegate. And I do mean delegate. I understand that you can't allow people to take over things. So I do mean to delegate things out because it's a very, very busy moment in your life and a very chaotic and hectic moment. So you have, it almost feels like business venture ahead of you that you've already started and stepped into, and it's growing. I don't know what this is. It might be something, I'm not sure. But it very much has a growing feeling to it, and you've reached a point where the chaos now needs a bit of order. So allow people to step in and help you, but please do understand delegation. I get that you can't allow people to step in and take over. You need to have that organized feel to it. You need to know all of your ducks are in a row. You need to know where everything is all at one time, and that's fine. Allow the delegation to happen so we can remove something from your shoulders. There's a lot going on there for you. A lot, and there's a lot ahead. A very, very busy feel to life. A very, very, very busy feel. Yeah, a lot of movement. Movement for me, when I feel movement around a person, it literally means not packing your bags and moving, but it is very much physical movement. And normally I get that on a person that's like a real estate agent, and that's not what I'm saying you are, but it's an example, where they're constantly here, there, and everywhere, constantly on the move, constantly on the go, constantly going and moving. You are stepping into that form of lifestyle. I'm not sure what you do or what is going on, but it is very busy ahead of you. Allowing someone to come in and manage you, or allowing somebody to come in and guide and direct where you are and how you're going, is going to be an awesome thing. It's more of a relief for you to allow you to express. Your creativity for you has been an issue lately in the sense of you've not had time to be it. You've not had time to step into those shoes and be what that is for you. So I would honestly say take any help you can get right now, because you need to be able to step back into your shoes. Because right now you're being the cruise director, you're being all these different things to keep things together, when that can be another person's job. So allow that to happen if you can. And good luck with it. Yeah. I am, I'm excited to see what direction it takes you. Truly am. Thank you, Laura. And by the way, Victoria G, thank you as well. Isabella, you've got your foot you're running in circles right now. You are running in circles right now. I'm going to be back on tonight, 8 p.m. my time, because I know I'm not done with people tonight. If you have a chance to come back tonight, that would be awesome. You're running in a circle right now. Yeah, there's stuff going on. I'm going to try to be back at 8 p.m. My family dinner starts in like 4 minutes. It's just a block away from my house. I will try to be back by 8 p.m. and start back up. Yeah, check back around then. I promise to be back on again tonight, because you're running in circles. It's almost like you've got your foot stuck in a pothole, and you're running and running and running in circles, and you're not sure exactly how to pull your foot out. You're not sure what step to take. It's very overwhelming. Wow. Anxiety. Whew. It's okay. This is going to be okay. Deep breath. But yeah, if you can come back, that would be awesome. And hi, Victoria. Sorry, I've got to get going soon. Yeah. I've got family dinner. I will be back at 8 p.m. tonight. If you want to come back by around then, just let me know you were here earlier, and I'll probably remember you, hopefully. I do have short-term When I do readings, I have short-term memory issues. A lot of times I won't remember my readings from one day to the next. There's so much going on, so yeah. Yeah, come back by around 8 p.m. I promise to be here, and definitely we'll let you know what's going on. But yeah, you have your hands in so many things. You're one of those people. Not a bad thing. Being involved, being involved, being involved, being involved, being involved. You're very, very involved in a lot of different people's lives and a lot of different things. And I mean that in a way of caring, but I also mean that in a way of kind of filling the time, making sure every moment is filled. And even if it's just little bits of pieces here and there, it's filling that void. But very interesting. You're a very busy person when it comes to that. This will be interesting to see. Yeah, hope to see you again tonight. But, 3 p.m. here. I must get going before my 80-year-old mother starts to call me and ask where I am. So I will see everyone later. And thank you all for coming today. And I will be back in a few hours. Namaste. Thank you. Have a good night.